Got to be real.
Maria Bassi from Be Real Boxing. I spoke to you on Twitter earlier. I just wanted to get a quick interview with you regarding how the training camp's going up to November 28th.
Okay. Yeah, everything's going well. There's not much. We're training 3 times a day, and we're just finalising some things and just putting all the game plans together. So we're deep in training at the moment.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, this weekend would have been the desirable day had it not been for the postponement from Klitschko's side. Psychologically, how has it affected Tyson, if in any way? And was it a blow to you not having the fight on the desired date?
No, I'm not bothered at all. These things happen, and I'm just glad that the fight's back on. You know, you got to be too professional to let things get to you like that. This is part of the job, and this is it. So on we go, and we're just looking forward to the 28th of November.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we had Hughie Fury on the undercard. Is that still going to be the case with this fight now as well?
Yes, it is. He's on the undercard. Nothing's changed. He's penciled in on the undercard. He also fights on the 14th in Bristol.
Okay, so he's going to have basically like a warm-up match prior to his fight on the undercard as well?
Basically, yeah. We'll find somebody for the 14th of November, and that will be on Channel 5. I think it's being shown on Spike TV as well, so he also fights on Tyson's undercard, so that's where we are.
So is the opponent still the same from the original date as well then?
Yeah, we did try to get further on the evening, but through complications of visas or whatnot, I think it's definitely going to be in Germany, so
yeah,
it will be Nikolai further for the undercard in Germany.
Yeah, definitely. Now, sir, in the press conference, the final press conference in London, we saw Tyson's antics as Batman. Did you have any idea what he was going to do prior to that?
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, that's Tyson, you know, it's something different, and he brings something different to the heavyweight scene, and he's looking to bring something totally different to the scene on the 28th of November.
Yeah. Now, on that day when he pulled out the Batman suit and he did, you know, give a lot of bravado in the actual press conference itself, do you believe that scared Klitschko into pulling out of the fight, or do you think his injury was actually a real injury?
No, I don't know what it is. I can't read into what's going on in their camp or what's happened. He could have had a genuine injury. It might be something else. It might be nothing to do with Tyson. It might be whatever. But anyway, we've got to look at it what it is. It's been postponed. It's back on. It's only 4 weeks delay. It gives Klitschko time to prepare better as he thinks, and obviously that goes the same for Tyson. So it's not really affected us at all.
Yeah. Now, in terms of stylistically, sir, Klitschko is a big man who's always fought men who are kind of shorter than him. So now we have Tyson, who is slightly taller than Klitschko, as well as having the advantage that he can switch hit both southpaw and orthodox. Do you feel that's going to cause Klitschko problems in the ring on the night?
I think, you know, we've got our game plans. You know, I've worked on things now, me and Tyson. We've been working on it for the past few months. It's finally all come together like a jigsaw puzzle, so he's perfecting it now in camp, and everything's going well. And by the time fight night comes, it'll be second nature to him. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to let people see the real Tyson. You know, forget the bravado. You know, for what you hear and this and that. Tyson's a proper champion. He's a world-class athlete, and I've always said he's capable. And if anybody can beat Klitschko, it is Tyson.
Yeah, it does seem that stylistically he hasn't fought anyone who fights the way Tyson does, and as well as the physical advantage that Tyson has slightly with the size, that will definitely play a key factor in the fight. But on top of that, so obviously we've got the fact that Klitschko is also aging as well. But do you feel that with the likes of Mayweather being older and Klitschko also being older, do you feel that age is actually catching up with them, or do you think it's just, you know, by the media and the fans?
I think Klitschko's an incredible champion. You know, look what he's achieved. He's an elite fighter. So basically, Tyson's got all of his work cut out because he's the man to beat. Klitschko is the man to beat. So, you know, that's where we're going. You know, we love the challenge, and you know, totally believe he can get the job done. So I'm just excited, This fight can go anyway. I'm not predicting Tyson's going to do anything. He's fighting a very good man. But basically, I'm happy with preparations, and we can't wait to get in there because it's going to be a hell of a fight, and we're also going to see a side of Tyson we've not seen before.
Yes, sir. Considering that the fight is in Germany, would you ideally prefer Tyson to go for the knockout and not leave it to the judges, considering the sort of decisions that we have seen from time to time in Germany, especially like last year as well with Paul Smith and Arthur Abraham and stuff like that?
Well, I don't really care, I'm just looking for Tyson to perform at his very best. The thing is, you put pressure on a fighter, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. That's the worst thing you can do. So basically, I've trained Tyson in a way where if he executes his plan properly, I think he'll be fine. So basically, that's where we're at. There's no pressure getting him out of there, none of this. He'll do whatever he can. We've got our game plans in place. Of course, we are looking for stoppage. But if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What can you say?
Yeah, of course, that's part of boxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So in terms of November 28th, fingers crossed, destiny awaits Tyson Fury and he will become the new world heavyweight champion, unified champion. However, we do have obviously Deontay Wilder with the WBC version. Is that a fight that would interest you next, or would you wait for that fight and let it build?
Well, if this fight ends in our favour, then there will be there's talks of a rematch. So we have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, sure, Wilder, whoever. Thing is for Tyson to get the world championship, and whoever's next, bring him on. He's not going to avoid anyone. Yeah,
it will be a dream come true for him to be the undisputed world champion. And for British fans, that would be something that we haven't seen in ever. I think in many years. So that would definitely be something.
The thing is, what Tyson's always wanted, and so have I, is to fight regular. We'll be fighting 4 or 5 times in the year rather than just fighting twice.
Yeah.
So you'll see Tyson every 8 to 10 weeks. He'll be in the ring. So because when you've got them amount of belts, they have to be defended, and that's right up our street because Tyson can keep fighting, and that's more of what I'm interested in because he only blooms up in weight between fights out of boredom because he can't fight.
Yeah.
He's got no fight date. So it's a lot better for us all round. So we're just looking forward to getting the fight and hopefully getting the victory.
Yeah, so fingers crossed if he is victorious, then the plan is to stay active and keep producing, inspiring displays in the ring, basically.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're aiming to do.
Also, sir, we have obviously his cousin Andy Lee, who is fighting Billy Joe Saunders as another traveling man. We have literally in the space of 2 or 3 weeks some big fights involving travellers. So for your community, how much of a big uplift would that be for all these fights and for Tyson to become a world champion on this big of a stage?
Yeah, it's all what it is. It's we've got a job to do. I'm not looking any further than Tyson and Klitschko. We're zoned on that, and we wish everybody else well. Saunders and Andy Lee will be a very good fight. They're evenly matched. The fight can go either way. It's who wants it the most.
Yeah, definitely. So since we're quickly touching on the middleweight division, did you manage to catch Triple G's performance on the weekend?
I did.
And what was your opinion of his performance against David Lemieux?
I was very impressed with it. He shows he can box. He didn't move around as much as he had to. He just cut the space off. He stepped back. He was taking him with powerful jabs on the front foot and on the back foot. It was a perfect display of dissecting the other opponent. He done his job to perfection. That was a perfect, flawless performance by Golovkin. And that's all you can say, innit? He's a special fighter, Golovkin. I'm a big fan of his and all of his team. I think he's definitely a great fighter.
So, in terms of what people expected from that fight, they expected an all-out war with two big punchers stepping in the ring. But Golovkin obviously used his ring IQ and went out there and fought the safer option, but he still dominated his opponent and finished him off. But what do you think is next for him?
What people don't understand, they're looking at him in certain fights when he fought Murray in Monaco, And he just stood there and took everything Murray had, because Murray was not down as a big puncher. So he just took everything full force to wear Murray down. And this is the elite level you're dealing with. Somebody who's not like a big puncher. He's just walking through everything. He was taking them shots. He wasn't even bothering to move. He was just drawing Murray onto the shots. So, when he come across a puncher, he fought Stevenson, who was also a big puncher.
Yeah.
And you see how he boxed there. He was in and out. He's a proper boxer. It's like he said at the end of his interview, I am a boxer.
Correct, yep.
And he is a world-level boxer as well. So, full credibility to him. Good, very good fighter.
Yeah, so do you believe that there's anyone currently in the middleweight division who can beat this guy?
No.
So
I don't think there's anyone coming up that's going to do any good with him at all at the moment.
Of course, we've had a lot of talk in the media and Sky Sports as well about Eubank Jr. potentially in the next few years. But do you think that's warranted, or do you think it's just all hype at this point?
Well, who knows? Maybe next few years. I think Eubank Jr. is a very good fighter. I do like him. I think he's got talent. He's definitely on a world level. But to speak of Double G, I want Double G. He's not fought anyone. So of that level, I should say.
Yeah.
Right now, but in 2 years' time, maybe. He's definitely he's got a good chance as anyone. Any man can be beaten.
Yeah.
But right now, no. I would say definitely not. But in the future, when he grows into it, maybe. This is what it's all about. But if anybody's got a chance, it'd be him. I rate him as a fighter.
Yeah. Now, sir, currently as a British man yourself, and with Tyson, fingers crossed, winning the World Championship, that would leave Britain in a very, very strong position in terms of we've got many, many world champions, and we've had a lot of world champions crowned over the last year. Do you think that British boxing is at its highest point that it's been in, over the last 10, 20 years?
Yeah, I think so. We've got some very good champions. There's De Gale, there's Andy Lee. There's a few, isn't there? It's coming on in the lighter weights. There is as well.
Yeah.
So it's there's quite a lot. It's I think British boxing is flourishing at the moment.
Definitely. And so finally, sorry, because I don't want to take up too much of your time, what would be the final thing you'd like to say about Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko on November 28th?
I would say to all the fans around the world, don't miss this fight. And this fight can go the course. It can end dramatically. There's one thing for sure: you're going to get excitement with Tyson Fury when he fights Klitschko. Klitschko will have to be on his best performance, and I'm sure he will be. He's not taking Tyson Fury lightly at all. Neither is his team. Regardless of what people say, this is Vladimir's toughest test, and he's taking it as that, and he needs to take it as that, because we want the best Vladimir, so there's no excuses or anything. So that's what we're looking at, and we just can't wait to get over there, get in the ring, and we're coming to win. We ain't coming to make the numbers up.
Definitely, sir. Sir, thank you so much for your time, and best of luck for the rest of the camp, and hopefully we'll catch up with you just before the fight.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All the very best.
Appreciate it. Thank
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.